Hello players, welcome to another beautiful game that was played between Lev Polugaevsky and Rashid Nezhmetdinov. This game was played in Russia in 1958. Both were very strong players at that time, and this game features a beautiful queen sacrifice, and so I recommend you to watch the video until the end without skipping. Let's dive into the game. In this game, Lev Polugaevsky used the white pieces whereas Nezhmetdinov used the black pieces. The game starts with d4, knight f6, c4 and d6, knight c3 and e5. Then e4, e cross d4, queen cross d4. Knight c6 threatening this queen, so the queen moves to d2. Now g6, black is trying to fianchetto his black bishop. Then white plays b3. Bishop g7, bishop b2. Now black castles in his king side, followed by bishop d3 and knight g4. Knight g e2 and queen h4. Now the queen is attacking this f2 square as the knight is protecting this. So white needs to prevent this attack, so he plays knight g3. Now knight g e5 and white castles in his king side. Black now plays f5. He is trying to break this pawn structure. White was not ready to capture this. Instead he played f3. Now bishop h6. This bishop is attacking this queen, so the queen needs to move. White plays queen d1. White has to protect this bishop as well, and that's the reason the queen is forced to stay on the same file. Now f4, the pawn is threatening this knight, so white plays knight e2. Now g5, black is now preparing an attack on the white's king side. Then knight g5, g4, g3. Now the queen is under attack, so black crosses this pawn, f cross g3, h cross g3. Again the queen is under attack. The queen cannot capture this pawn due to this knight, so black plays queen h3. Now white plays f4 threatening this knight, but black doesn't care about that. Black tries to develop his other bishop. He plays bishop e6. This is not a free knight for white. If white captures that, then bishop cross knight, pawn cross knight. Then bishop e3 check. The king cannot move anywhere. He can only block the check with this rook. Then bishop cross rook will be a checkmate. That's the reason black is not worried about this knight capture. It's actually a trap. But as I mentioned earlier, Lev Polugaevsky was also a very strong player. So he identified the trap immediately and he did not capture the knight in this game. Instead he played bishop c2. Now rook f7, black is trying to double his rooks in the f file. Meanwhile the white king is worried about this queen being so near and he thought he could escape from this place, and he played queen f2. Maybe he wanted to come here or the other side of the board to be safe. But from now the problem starts for white. Black plays queen h2 check, king e3. Now bishop cross d5 and c cross d5. Knight b4, then rook h1. The rook is now threatening the queen, but black doesn't care about that. Black plays rook cross f4. At this point white thought for a very long time and finally decided to capture the queen. Rook cross h2. After this move, I was expecting the black rook to come to f1. There will be an open check by this bishop, then rook cross bishop, rook cross queen, then rook cross rook. Then finally knight cross bishop check. Black will be down by a whole piece and it's a losing game for black. That's the reason Nezhmetdinov had other brilliant plans. He plays rook f3 check. The king cannot move anywhere except one square. King d4. Now bishop g7. The bishop is ready to attack this king. Now white plays a4, then c5 check, d cross c6, white makes an en passant move, then b cross c6. Now imagine if the pawn comes here, it will be a checkmate for white, as the king is stuck and all these squares are protected by these powerful pieces. In order to prevent this checkmate, white has only one move left, that is bishop d3. Now if the pawn checks the king can move to this square. This bishop will block this rook's attack, so the king can temporarily escape from the checkmate. At this position, any player would prefer to capture this bishop with this rook that comes with the check, and there will be attack on the queen as well. Then queen cross rook, knight cross queen, there will be an open check by the bishop. The king will be forced to move here, then bishop cross bishop. Now this position can be easily lead to a draw, and that's the reason Nezhmetdinov did not capture this bishop with the rook. He had some other beautiful plan, knight e cross d3. It comes with the open check by this bishop. The king has only one square left. King c4. Then d5 check, e cross d5 and c cross d5 check. The king cannot capture this pawn due to this knight, and these two knights are protecting each other. So the king is left with only one square, that is b5. Then rook b8 check. Again this is a forced move, the king has only one square left, a5. Then knight c6 check. Again this is a forced move, the king has nowhere to go except this one square. Then finally rook b6 will be a wonderful checkmate. Nezhmetdinov made a queen sacrifice and forced the opponent's king to move from here to all the way here with all his minor pieces. I hope you all enjoyed this game very much. If you did, please hit the like button. If you are watching my video for the first time, I recommend you to subscribe to my channel for more interesting vintage chess games like this. Let's meet in another battle. Thank you.